Right, it's time for a little bit of a product review. DK Sonic Cleaner. I've always been a bit skeptical of these things, but I did talk to a couple of people that I know have them, people I trust, and I decided to invest. £80 later, this is what I've got, and I've had this for 6 months. And the reason why the video is coming out now is that I like to use a product, test it thoroughly, take my time getting to know it a little bit before I bring you a product review video. I'm not saying these are for everybody. It is a bit of a luxury item, I suppose. You could do quite a lot with the money, but I have a few good reasons to have one and give it a try. And I've been very impressed with the results. I'll talk about the product shortly, but I've been using it primarily to clean my old collection of Triang Wren and Hornby rolling stock. This is very old stuff. I'm not throwing it away and I'm not selling it. And the reason is that these are items that my father, my late father, purchased for me as a child for our model railway that we built together when I was very young. They will need rewheeling and new coupling systems on them, but I want to keep them and run them on the railway once it's finished. And I thought a good place to start in terms of testing the machine was to give it these things to clean, because they really were manky. There's no getting away from it. They've been in boxes, in lofts and cupboards for years and years and years, decades. So they did actually get cleaned up quite well. You can see some rust on the axles on this grain wagon, but they are going to be re-wheeled and new couplings. But actually, it took a hell of a lot of dirt off of everything that I've tried. I've run about 35 pieces through this machine to date, and the results have been very, very good indeed. So let's talk a little bit about the machine. So it's nigh on foolproof, this thing. Power cord, on-off switch, two buttons or two controls, rotary dials, a couple of lights that come on that tell you when processes are happening. This side you set the temperature, and on this side you can set the timer. It's as simple as that. Inside you've got a basket with some cleaning fluid, and you can see that this cleaning fluid has been used well and truly. Yes, that is the muck at the bottom that's come off of the last 3 bits of rolling stock that I've dealt with. And of course the basket you just lifted out, put your items in, set the machine on, drop it in, lid back on, and away you go. You can then leave it to work while you're doing other things. It's a bit like deep frying chips, couldn't be easier. That basket comes with the machine, but I also invested in a couple of smaller baskets from Amazon just to assist with some small items that I want to clean. And of course, once I explained to my good lady what this machine was and what it did, out came her jewellery, and it was used for what is, I suppose, its proper purpose for once, as opposed to scale model making purposes. But there we go. Now, when you buy something on Amazon, if you scroll down, it says frequently bought together. And this was the cleaning fluid that was suggested. It's pink in colour, hence the residue that you saw just now. I don't know whether or not this is the best or the worst cleaning fluid you can buy. I really don't. It's the only one I've got, and I've used it exclusively with the machine in the time that I've had it. But what I can say is that it definitely works. When the machine is running, you can hear the timer winding down, and that's the only sort of sound this thing makes. It is a bit annoying, but, set it up in a room somewhere else or get on with something else while it's running. And you can see there the 2 LEDs illuminated, one for the heating because it's heating up the cleaning fluid, and the other one cleaning, which is linked to the timer. The power switch is illuminated to tell you that the device is actually on, and that's a nice touch as well. So would I recommend it? Well, yes, I probably would actually. If you do have items to clean, then this is certainly one way to go. You can, of course, go with more traditional methods, but I do like the fact that this actually works and I can get it going and I can do something else while it's working. So, not a bad purchase. One to consider if cleaning is something that you might need to tackle. Now then, in the words of Leslie Nielsen, nothing to see here, but there is. This window frame is shot. In fact, all the upstairs windows on this house that we've purchased are shot, and they all need to be replaced. And that is one reason why work on the model railway baseboards has stopped. They actually end here, and I haven't laid anything along here, as you can see, apart from piling up rubbish round to the sink, because obviously the window fitters are going to need access to the window to remove it. And it's not always a consideration when you think about a model railway room or a scale model making room, but you do need to think a little bit about planning. As I've said in previous videos, there's no point in me putting baseboards and building a beautiful railway all along here only to have window fitters treading all over it. So the windows are being booked. They'll be being changed in a couple of weeks' time, and then we can move on. Now, while work on the railway is not able to carry on, doesn't mean things have come to a stop. I'm building my latest Tamiya remote controlled truck. It's a king hauler. See it there, these are 1/14 scale, and I'm going to do a few videos about this in the next sort of couple of months, the build process, and of course all the electronic components that you need to bring them to life, because when you buy the kits, what you get are the basic truck kits, the running chassis and all the rest of it. You have to put all of that together, of course, but you need a degree of electronics to get things running. You don't have to go with sound and lights, although I do, but you don't have to. But it adds substantially to the cost. So I want to talk a little bit about the costs of running one of these trucks, or building them, buying one of these trucks, putting it together and running it. Very, very satisfying hobby. I've got several of them already, but they are addictive, as are many other areas of our hobby, highly addictive. Total costs, you're looking at the thick end of £1,000 for one of these, and you might think that's expensive. It is expensive. There's no getting away from it, is there? It is expensive, but so is everything else. And just to reiterate that, £1,000 for one of these trucks, as opposed to one of my other recent purchases, which is this thing which came up in the last video. I still haven't done the product review on this. This is an Acura Scale Class 50. I know there are lots of product reviews out there, but this is obviously a used one from TMC, and I had them put some upgrades on it, and that was nearly £500. So, all things are relative. It's just what do you want to put your money into if you're going to invest in scale model making as a hobby at the higher scale end of that process. It doesn't have to be expensive, of course. You can start with basic kits, and a lot of people stick to that. And why not? Nothing wrong with it at all. You can collect model buses, as I do. These aren't, collectively now, there's some investment there, but you're looking at sort of between 6 or 7 to 20 to £25 a model. You can do that over time. As with everything else, it all takes time. And I don't think people should rush into choosing one specific thing or following advice from YouTubers like myself even. Decide what you like. Decide what might get you excited and interested in this fascinating world that we live in. So, as usual, there's always lots to do, lots going on. But, as I said, these things all take time. The next video is going to concentrate on a bit of a Q&A. I get asked lots of questions in the comments and emails from people about things like, what's my favourite gadget? What's my favourite piece of my collection? Stuff like that. And it's very hard to say one particular thing is a favourite, one particular thing is a most useful gadget. It depends what I'm doing, of course. But I hope you'll find that useful. If you're not already a subscriber, please do hit the button, subscribe, give the videos a thumbs up. And if you have time, only if you have time, please do leave a comment. We love to get your comments and your opinions and views on things. And don't think for 1 second that you've always got to agree with what I think, or what a different YouTuber might recommend. It's just interesting to communicate with like-minded people and discover and share the beautiful world of scale model making. We'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. Bye bye, viewer.